Welcome to the series of Bhagavad Gita chapters. Chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita is dedicated to the path of devotion, known as Bhakti Yoga. In this chapter, Lord Krishna expounds on the qualities of a true devotee, the nature of devotion itself, and its transformative power in achieving spiritual liberation. The chapter begins with Arjuna seeking guidance from Krishna about which path between the path of knowledge, Jnana Yoga, and the path of devotion, Bhakti Yoga, is superior for attaining spiritual realization. Krishna responds by extolling the virtues of devotion, emphasizing that single-pointed devotion to the divine with unwavering faith and love is the most accessible and effective path for seekers of varying temperaments. Krishna describes the qualities of a devoted seeker who is dear to him: one who is free from malice, possesses equanimity in pleasure and pain, is forgiving, content, and practices self-control. Such a devotee is steadfast in their resolve, dedicated to serving the divine with utmost sincerity and humility. Central to Krishna's teaching in this chapter is the concept of surrender, prapatti, to the divine will. He emphasizes that surrendering all actions and thoughts to the Supreme Lord, with complete trust and detachment from personal desires, leads to liberation from the cycle of birth and death. This surrender is not passive but active, requiring sincere effort and dedication in every action performed as an offering to the divine. Krishna contrasts the path of devotion with other paths of spiritual practice, highlighting its accessibility to all, regardless of social status or knowledge. He assures Arjuna, and by extension all seekers, that those who steadfastly follow the path of devotion will ultimately attain union with the divine and experience inner peace. Furthermore, Krishna addresses the importance of cultivating equanimity, samabhava, towards all beings, viewing them with an impartial eye and treating friend and foe alike. He encourages Arjuna to rise above dualities such as happiness and distress, success and failure, and maintain a balanced mind unaffected by external circumstances. Verse 1. Arjuna seeks guidance from Krishna regarding the superior path to spiritual realization, whether it is through worshipping the formless, unmanifested Brahman or through worshipping Krishna as the personal, embodied deity. Arjuna's inquiry reflects his desire to understand the most effective means to attain spiritual enlightenment and divine union. Verse 2. Krishna responds to Arjuna's query by affirming that those who fix their minds on him with unwavering devotion and worship him with supreme faith are considered to be the most perfect in yoga. Here, Krishna emphasizes the efficacy of devotion, bhakti, as a direct and powerful path to spiritual realization and union with the divine. He assures Arjuna that wholehearted devotion and faith in him lead to ultimate fulfillment and spiritual success. Verse 3. Krishna acknowledges that while the path of worshipping the formless, unmanifested Brahman is also valid, it is more challenging for embodied beings. He explains that this path requires great effort in controlling the senses and maintaining equanimity towards all aspects of existence. This verse underscores the difficulty inherent in comprehending and meditating upon the formless absolute for those who are bound by physical bodies and material attachments. Verse 4. Krishna explains that those who worship the formless Brahman, with the mind restrained and senses under control, are equally able to reach him. However, Krishna emphasizes that this path requires great inner discipline and detachment from worldly distractions. He acknowledges the challenge posed by the formless aspect of divinity, suggesting that focusing the mind on an embodied deity like Krishna may offer a more accessible path to spiritual realization for many seekers. Verse 5. Krishna continues by stating that the path of worshipping the formless, unmanifested Brahman is challenging, because it is difficult for those with physical bodies to meditate on something that lacks form and attributes. He acknowledges the complexity of comprehending and maintaining focus on the formless absolute, highlighting the practical difficulties faced by embodied beings in achieving spiritual union through this path. Verse 6. Krishna assures Arjuna that regardless of whether one worships the formless Brahman or the personal deity like Krishna, those who dedicate all their actions to him, worship him with supreme faith, and meditate on him with exclusive devotion, swiftly come under his divine protection. This verse emphasizes the efficacy of wholehearted devotion and commitment to spiritual practice as a means to attain divine grace and liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Verse 7. Krishna emphasizes the importance of fixing the mind and intellect on him as the supreme goal of spiritual practice. He assures Arjuna that by steadfastly focusing on him, Arjuna will surely live in Krishna and attain spiritual liberation. This verse underscores the central role of devotion and single-pointed focus on Krishna as a direct path to spiritual fulfillment and union with the divine. Verse 8. Krishna advises Arjuna that if fixing the mind and intellect on him is difficult, then he should practice the discipline of devotion, Bhakti Yoga, and strive to attain him. This verse acknowledges that while direct focus on Krishna may be challenging for some, cultivating devotion and dedicating actions to him is a feasible alternative path. Verse 9. Krishna continues by explaining that if even practicing Bhakti Yoga is difficult, Arjuna should perform all actions for his sake. By doing so, he will also achieve perfection. This verse encourages Arjuna to integrate spiritual devotion into all aspects of his life, thereby aligning his actions with the path of righteousness and divine service. Verse 10. Krishna reassures Arjuna that if he finds it difficult to engage in selfless actions dedicated to him, then he should seek refuge in him alone, abandoning all other considerations. By surrendering completely to Krishna, Arjuna will be freed from the bondage of karma and attain spiritual liberation. This verse emphasizes the efficacy of surrendering to Krishna as a means to transcendental freedom. Verse 11. Krishna further advises Arjuna that those who constantly practice focusing the mind on him and striving to attain him with steadfast devotion are considered to be the most perfect in yoga. This verse reinforces the importance of consistent spiritual practice and unwavering commitment to Krishna as essential elements for attaining spiritual perfection and divine union. Verse 12. Krishna explains to Arjuna that those who dedicate their minds and intellects to him, meditating on him with unwavering faith and fixity, reside in him and are completely absorbed in him. Such individuals, fully absorbed in devotion, are under his divine protection and guidance. This verse highlights the transformative power of steadfast devotion and single-minded focus on Krishna as a means to spiritual communion and divine grace. Verse 13. Krishna describes the essential qualities of a true devotee who is dear to him. Such a devotee is free from malice towards all beings and exhibits friendliness and compassion. This person does not harbor feelings of enmity and consistently practices kindness and empathy, embodying a pure and loving heart. Verse 14. Krishna highlights additional qualities of a true devotee. This devotee is free from possessiveness and ego, remains equanimous in both pleasure and pain, and is forgiving. They are always content, steady in meditation, self-controlled, and determined, with their mind and intellect fully dedicated to Krishna. These attributes reflect a deep, unwavering devotion and spiritual maturity. Verse 15. Krishna describes that those who neither disturb others nor are disturbed by others, who are free from agitation, fear, and anxiety, and who are unaffected by joy and sorrow, gain his favor. This verse emphasizes the qualities of inner peace, equanimity, and spiritual maturity that earn Krishna's approval and divine protection. Verse 16. Krishna values those who are free from malice, possessiveness, egoism, and who are impartial and content. Such individuals are free from agitation and anxiety, and they do not pursue worldly possessions or achievements selfishly. This verse underscores the importance of cultivating virtues such as non-attachment, impartiality, and contentment as attributes favored by Krishna. Verse 17. Krishna appreciates those who are even-minded amidst both pleasure and pain, who are forgiving, contented with whatever comes their way, firmly resolved in their spiritual practice, and whose minds and intellects are dedicated to him. This verse emphasizes the qualities of resilience, forgiveness, contentment, and unwavering dedication to spiritual pursuits as qualities that earn Krishna's favor and lead to spiritual advancement. It underscores the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective and steadfast commitment to Krishna in all circumstances. Verse 18. Krishna describes a true devotee as someone who views friends and foes with equal regard, remains calm in honor and dishonor, and is unaffected by heat and cold, pleasure and pain. This person is free from attachment and maintains a balanced and composed demeanor in all circumstances, reflecting inner peace and spiritual equanimity. Verse 19. Krishna elaborates on the qualities of a true devotee, stating that such a person is free from attachment, content with whatever comes their way, and does not engage in ordinary social interactions. They are firm in faith, steady-minded, and indifferent to praise and blame. These attributes signify a profound detachment from worldly concerns and a steadfast devotion to spiritual principles. Verse 20. Krishna concludes by emphasizing the profound regard he holds for those who adhere to the principles of Dharma and maintain unwavering devotion to him. Such individuals, who steadfastly practice righteousness and remain dedicated to Krishna with unwavering faith, are dearly cherished by him. This verse underscores the significance of sincere devotion and righteous conduct in earning divine favor and spiritual fulfillment. The chapter concludes with Krishna reaffirming his love and protection for those who surrender to him wholeheartedly. He assures that he is easily attainable to those who worship him with unwavering faith and devotion, offering solace and guidance on the path to spiritual realization. In essence, Chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita elucidates Bhakti Yoga as a path accessible to all seekers, emphasizing the power of love, devotion, and surrender in attaining spiritual liberation and union with the divine. It provides practical guidance on how to cultivate these qualities in daily life, fostering inner peace and ultimately leading to the highest realization of the self and the divine unity. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel for more videos.